Awesome, awesome. Tatyana Arrington here for Where's the Buzz, and I'm here with Lizzy and Jessica. How are you both doing today?
Great, thank you.
Good. Thanks for having us.
Thanks for being here. I gotta say, first of all, you guys look fabulous, but this show is just so incredible. It tugs on your heartstrings, but it's also incredibly funny, and it's just so wonderful seeing your dynamic on screen. How has your friendship evolved with season two of Honest Renovations, and what are some personal lessons you guys feel like you learned this season?
Ooh, you're the first one to ask us this.
Yeah.
Oh,
How has
okay.
our friendship evolved? Yeah, what's interesting is that because we are genuinely best friends on and off camera, a lot of times people are cast into these roles and, you see this kind of like friendship evolve or like this makeshift friendship on camera. We're genuinely like this on and off camera. So what you see is exactly how we are. And I think we're going through things all the time in our own personal lives with each other, whether that be as mothers, and I'm calling Jess being like, is your daughter doing this too? Or what do I do about this? Because she has slightly older kids than me. Her daughters are slightly older than mine, or, we both share 6-year-old sons of the same age. And so, we're constantly talking about that. So, we're going through also things as women, and we're evolving as people. And Jess has helped me in so many areas of just like overcoming grief. And, so it's like we're having these things regardless. And so when you see it on us on the show and you see us banter and bicker or make up or laugh, it's genuine moments that we are experiencing together. And I always, our friendship is growing naturally as we get older, but it's just a beautiful experience. It truly is.
It shows, honestly, like you guys' dynamic is incredible. So I love that you mentioned that. And I feel like watching season two, you both talk about sanctuary so much and making your home feel like that warm and fuzzy place. Where is what's that one place for you all in your home that's like, this is my sanctuary, this is my haven?
I'll let you answer first.
I would say it depends on the day what I need.
Mhm.
Sometimes I just need to be in the kitchen and I want to like cook and I want my husband to chop veggies and we chat and have a glass of wine. But sometimes I just want to like be in my bed. And and I like watch a Disney movie with my son in the morning while I'm having my coffee. And I'm like, this is the best because he's like not jumping around. He's not, bouncing off the walls. He wants to just cuddle mom.
He's
And
still in
it's
that
great.
phase. Yeah.
Or it's just like hanging out in the backyard and watching the kids play. And so for me, it just depends on where I'm at in my life. But I have to say, having your home really be your sanctuary overall and sort of that space where you can escape from the rest of the world
Hmm.
is important. And I think the more that we have less work-life balance, especially as working from home has become, it's here to stay.
Hmm.
Preach on
I think it's even
it.
more,
I know, right?
yeah, I think it's more important that we really have these defined moments for ourselves where we could really feel like we can unplug, where we can really sink into our home space and
Hmm.
we can really like hear our heartbeat and we can feel our soul and we can feel relaxed and we can
Hmm.
recharge.
Yeah, I think sanctuary is such an important word, and we do use it a lot this season. I will say that for me, my space, hands down, that I always feel peace is my kitchen. It's just a place for me where I zen out. And whether it's the
Also,
commotion of
maybe
the
your
house,
backyard.
yeah, it's funny because we were just having this
Maybe your
conversation,
backyard too.
and I was telling her that I also like to grow my own vegetables. And
This is a new
so
thing, by
yeah,
the way.
and it's been a thing, and I really enjoy it. And for me, I love the idea of being able to grow something, put my handprint on it, go out, pick it, and then come into my kitchen and actually make a meal of it. And so there's something about that process that I've really been into. And it's so funny you asked because we were just talking about this
Literally.
a minute ago. And I recently moved and I was like, I'm doing so much work on the house and things and this and that. And we were just saying that it's like a really
Mhm.
peaceful space. And I feel really good about that. And I feel like everyone deserves that. And that's what is very intentional from us in this show is that every family deserves to have a space where they can come in and relax from the outside pressures and stress of the world. And although we are parents and we have a lot of things happening and going on, it still has to be a space where you find calm and you find peace. And there are those family moments that you create memories in. And it's something that we take very seriously on this show.
Which I love, which I really love because it just radiates in every reveal that we kind of see, with the grandmother when you guys redid her bedroom and incorporated the bathroom, and then
We
the
love
two
her.
moms.
I know, I
Yeah,
love
like
her.
it's all just wonderful. So I definitely wanted to touch on that because I feel like now more than ever, to Jessica's point, like we're looking for sanctuary in our home, even though we're working there and we've got family and this and this. And I know you said you just moved, so congratulations. But also wanted to
Oh,
ask you
thank
both
you.
if you could renovate any room in your home inspired by this season, what room would it be?
Mm.
Hmm.
I'm actually mad at my storage options in my kitchen. The way it's laid out, I'm like my husband he was like, we just gotta have less, of
Less
these
storage or
heavy
more?
pans. The thing is like we have these like cast iron and glass and stainless steel, and it's because it's the non-toxic options for cooking things, but it's heavy. And then
Yeah.
all of the cabinets that we built, it's just like at any moment we're like, this is
It's
gonna
gonna
break.
break.
It's gonna break.
Like you have to put it
And
on the
yesterday
bottom
he was like
shelves.
getting mad. He not getting mad at me. He was like, we just gotta move this. We just gotta change it. And I'm like, good luck finding space.
Yeah.
Because I've tried.
That's the
This
thing.
is all we got.
That's a hard thing.
know.
I'm telling you, that's a
What
hard
are we gonna
thing.
do? I have no idea.
I don't know. I think that's a hard question. I think sometimes, like for me, I don't know if it's about what space would I renovate currently. I know that before it would have been the kitchen. I would have renovated the kitchen. But I think now, like she said, I think it's about finding ways, which is a big
To
part of the show too,
reorganize.
to reorganize and to create space and storage in beautiful ways. And
Yeah.
I think that's
It's hard.
more of a challenge that people have than necessarily like going through and being like, I want to renovate the bathroom today. I want to renovate.
Right.
It's almost like, where can you also create spaces because we have things.
After I finished the show, I added 3 bookcase like shelving unit things in my house. Literally 3.
I added a whole thing in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Where it was more shelf. I did the exact same thing.
Yeah,
With
I was
pull-out drawers.
with pull-out
Remember
drawers.
we didn't
Yeah.
have any pull-out drawers?
Yeah.
And Jess kept on saying throughout the whole season, she was like, you can go get pull-out drawers, right? And I was like, I know, but it just feels like a lot. And this and that. That's the
No.
first thing I did when we
Yeah.
wrapped
It
the
makes
show.
all the difference.
It really
Well,
does.
while I was watching, I'm taking notes for myself because I'm like, wow, you guys are pulling space out of nowhere. And I'm just like, this is so incredible. I need this, the episode with the very first one with the triplets, just making
Oh,
sure that they
yeah.
had their each individual space. I'm like, this is some good stuff. Listen, if you ladies, I know we have the show and I love that. But if you guys want to put out a coffee table book, if you want to put out your tips and tricks in a book as well, like I'm sure fans, we would go for that too.
Look, ideas. We can make it happen.
Um, and then just a couple more questions for you. I wanted to ask as well, I know they're all, your babies, it's hard to choose, but do you have a one that really touched you this season? A renovation that was kind of more personal or close to home for you?
They all were really
They were all
touching.
so
We
good.
cried with all of the families.
There are a couple that really stood out to me. I think the Tillotson family for me was particularly close to home. She had just lost her father, and I lost my mother a couple of years ago. And she was a single mom. I was raised by a single mom. And so for her, I think I don't think there was a day that I went to the house that I didn't at least drop one tear. Just because I think that her story was just so touching in not only her overcoming grief, but then her also taking on this role of her family home with her daughter as a single mother. And I just saw how much strength she had and how much fight she had and still how much emotion she had. And I think working through a design process while also working through someone's emotions, you have to walk very delicately because everything in that house reminds them also of what they've lost.
Yeah.
And so that was a
tough
heartfelt one for us.
because we wanted it to be perfect.
I feel like the emotion just leaps off the screen when I was watching it. And I can't wait for everybody else to see it as well. So just really, really congratulations on this. It's such a heartfelt show, but like I said, it has those funny moments as well. So I'm really looking forward to audiences checking this out.
Thank you.